Hello everyone. Today is our first full day in Brisbane and it's official. I've definitely got a cold. So I have orange juice and emergency on hand. So hopefully by the time we fly out to the US, I wouldn't be coughing or hacking terribly in the plane. I don't feel as lethargic, so that's a plus. Today we're going to be out in nature, I believe. We're gonna get breakfast first, then we're going to drive to the Gold Coast, I think, or maybe Byron Bay. It's one of those, and the other would be tomorrow. Something I wanted to share and to remember is traveling as an American in the Trump era. It's funny because, normally when we travel, people find out you're American, just go about your business. But for some reason, here in Australia, whether it's our Uber driver, our cab driver, or a host or hostess in some kind of activity that we're involved in would mention or bring up the topic of Donald Trump's, I want to say, political decisions and antics. I'm not a very political person. I definitely vote, especially during the presidential elections. But it's almost embarrassing, or at least I am embarrassed, to have to explain why Trump is behaving or running the country or making decisions for the country in one way or another, or in the manner that he does. I've never in my life traveling have had to discuss. It's definitely different. I'm not sure if it's just Australia and how they're very much in tune with world politics, but it's very different from any other time that I've traveled. Such a cute presentation. I don't want to eat it.
My first bacon.
Breakfast with the family.
Byron Bay town is situated on Cape Byron. It was founded in 1860 as a timber port, declared a town in 1896, and a shire in 1906. Cape Byron Lighthouse was built at the turn of the 19th century to protect ships passing along the coast. It stands 23 meters to the top of the lantern. Still active today, the lighthouse became fully automated in 1989.
Byron Bay is so beautiful and very, very warm over here. I'm a little overdressed. I mean, definitely overkill. But that's okay. At least there's a nice breeze coming out of the water. It is such a beautiful hike here, and it's a moderate height because look, there's stairs everywhere pretty much. So if you just go nice and slow, you won't get as tired or as hot, especially for somebody who's dressed really overkill today, only because I thought we were hiking, and so I was trying to prepare for the worst. But tomorrow, I shall be more prepared.
Some people will just like bring their favorite mask and wine.
Oh! Was it here? So you'd set up here. Ah. Grassland wildflowers. So we just came from over there, and then you walk around to get down here. We are at Australia's easterly point of the country. I love the fact that there's a life vest just ready and waiting right there. We were just down there. I wonder how many steps that was. We didn't count. I'm gonna have to look that up.
We grabbed a late lunch this day and we wanted it to be quick. So we headed to this fast food chain since we don't have it in the US. And really, from the signage and flavors, it is another version of Burger King. Then we stopped by Point Danger, a headland located on the southern end of the Gold Coast, where we were trying to scope out whether or not we can drone here. But the wind was too strong, and so we didn't want to chance it. And here we are at the Gold Coast's world-renowned stretch of sand at Surfer's Paradise, where we were trying to capture the sunset. Although not successful, at least we were able to capture the city lights twinkling in the twilight. Just a curiosity, we stopped by Woolworths not only to buy our Tim Tams to bring home for family and friends, but also to get our parking pass validated. In certain Woolworth stores, if you buy a certain amount of groceries, your parking is free.
And so we are back at our lodging. You would think that the night would have ended soon after our dinner, but it just kept on going. My cousin knows how much I love dessert, and as we were walking through the city mall, we ran into two dessert places that are unique to Australia. And so she suggested that we go grab dessert before dinner. Normally I wouldn't object to that, but we hadn't eaten anything between our stopover at Hungry Jack's to the time that we reached the city mall and walking through it. So I figured if we had dessert first, we would feel gross because of all that sugar, and then we just wouldn't have a good dinner. It'll affect our dinner palate, so to speak. So we had our dinner, and my cousin and I were talking about the difference between the Gold Coast and Brisbane. And she said that Brisbane is smaller and a little slower compared to the Gold Coast. And so I said, does Brisbane have a panoramic lookout of the city? And so she said, yes, there is, and let's go. So we went.
So she took us to Mount Kuta, Brisbane's lookout that offers spectacular views over the central business district all the way to Moreton Bay. The lookout also features cafes and a restaurant to accompany the experience as you take in the views.
And of course, she did not forget about dessert. She took us to some place that was open late, and that would be around Brisbane and near our lodging.
Three Monkeys Cafe and Tea House in Brisbane's West End offers a wide range of cakes, pastries, and drinks. It has a spacious, quirky Middle Eastern decor and a relaxed vibe. All their cakes looked so appetizing and are quite generously big in portions. I ordered hot chocolate and coffee ricotta cheesecake to end the day.
And what a day it has been. Even though unprepared, which actually gave me deja vu, to our Portage Pass hike in Alaska. But still, the hike around Byron Bay Lighthouse is about 3 to 4 kilometers. What I didn't realize was the hike, though there are stairs, which, depending how you look at it, is easier than just a footpath that would be on a steeper incline if there weren't any stairs. And the views from the lighthouse all the way to the most easterly point of Australia, both so worth it. And then you gotta climb back up. So my knees are definitely mad at me. And I am unable to find how many number of steps there is on that hike. I've Googled it and nothing's come up except for the distance from the lighthouse to that easterly point. We still have one more day here in Brisbane, which is kind of bittersweet because it also signals the near end of our entire trip. However, this will not be the last trip of the year. So be sure to click that subscribe button below to get notified of future videos. But in any case, we still have 2 days, so stay with us. From my mind side to yours, definitely more to come. Thanks for watching.